Hey everyone, it's Cynthia here. I decided to change the scenery up a little bit. I'm here in my backyard on the deck. It's 7 p.m. so I gotta make this video quick and hopefully I won't mess up too much so that I can get all this in before the sun sets. So I was gonna let you guys know what a crazy morning I had because I intended to film this video in the morning, nice and early while the sun was still out and nice and pretty, and then I went to take out the trash and apparently when I came back in something followed me and it was a small bird. I had no idea it was in the house. I was in the bedroom actually doing laundry. I was folding clothes and all of a sudden I hear my dog snarling, and she usually doesn't do that, but she only does that when there's an animal around. So I came over to the living room where she was and I heard a chirping and I said, oh my god, is there a bird in the house? And so I walk over to Mealy, my dog, and she's like pawing at this bird that's laying on its back with one little leg up like it's dead. And I was like, oh my god, the bird is dead. And I told Mealy, get away from her, or him, whatever. And so Mealy moves out of the way, and as soon as she does that, the bird just starts flying around in the living room, and I'm screaming because I'm scared. And it flies over to the curtain rod behind me. Usually where I film, you know, behind the couch there's a curtain rod there with the burgundy curtains, or red curtains. So that's where it was. It was just perched there, but it was almost perched like upside down, kind of like a bat, but it was a bird. And so I get a broom and I open the door, the back door, and I'm trying to get it out and it won't move. Like, well, I'll tell you this, I didn't actually touch the bird with a broom because I was scared, but I was like patting the wall, you know, hitting the wall trying to get it to get scared and fly out, but it wouldn't. It would just stay there. So I was freaking out, and I got pens and markers, or highlighters, and I started tossing them towards the bird, not to hit it but near it, so that the bird would get scared and fly off, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. So I was like, oh, I was so scared. So I called my husband and he said, just call animal control. I call animal control and they tell me, we don't handle that situation. So all we suggest is that you get a broom and you know, hit the bird, or, you know, move the bird so that it can fly out the door. And I said, yeah, I've been doing that. But anyway, it wasn't working out. I told them, thanks anyway. I'll call you when there's a crocodile in my house. Maybe then you'll come. But so I locked myself up in the room for a while and I said, oh god, please let it fly away. I had left the door open, the back door open, to see if it would fly off. So then a little bit later I came by and the bird was gone. It wasn't perched on the curtain rod anymore. And I was like, oh, maybe it's gone. But then I heard chirp, chirp, you know, and I was like, oh my god, he's still in here. So I'm looking and underneath our fireplace we have like a little furnace, and it was hiding underneath there. I was like, oh god. So I took the broom and I just put it underneath there, and it flew off and finally flew out the door. So I was like, whew, thank goodness, because I think I was more scared than that bird was. The bird was scared though, poor thing, but it finally flew out, and that was my morning, because it must have been for an hour or two that bird was in my house and I was petrified of fear and stuck in my room wondering how in the world I'm going to get this bird out. But that was my morning. Crazy. But anyway, that's that. What else was I going to tell you guys? I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I've been working on. I'm working on some boot cuffs. That was a funny story, right? Crazy. But what a relief that it's gone now. Okay, here are some boot cuffs I've done. Of course I haven't sewn in the ends because you guys know how I am. Here's a pair. You see it? Yeah, a pair of boot cuffs here, and I'll link the pattern below for you guys. And then here's another one that I made on my own. It's very easy. Here's another pair. I think this one is going to be for my sister, my older sister this time. So this is for you, Angie. This one was actually easier. It took a little longer, but it was easier to do. This was simply double crocheting in the back loop, and then of course doing the scalloped edging. Very easy. That's that. And the last thing I've been working on for this week is a scarf, an infinity scarf with stripes. So this is what it looks like so far. I know it looks kind of like a blanket but once it's done, if it's long enough, I'll sew the ends together, and the stripes are supposed to be horizontal, so when it's on it'll look like that, you know, kind of. So that is that. And I also wanted to show you some new hooks that I've purchased. I got them at Walmart, I believe, and maybe some of you already have these, but these are awesome. They're boy. It says they're boy, but it's from the Crochet dude, and I really love these because I have to have these little grippies on. As you know, I have some grippies that I purchased online that was like really cheap, and I just put them onto my hooks, but they're not that great. Now these are really nice, and I like that the grippies are all the way up to this point because I crochet like this. I'm trying to think now. How do I crochet? Yeah, like this. Like this. I hold it kind of like a pencil. I know some people hold it like this, and I can do it this way too, but I feel more comfortable doing it this way, and it's a lot faster for me. And then this one is a size H 5mm hook, and then I got one in the G 4.25mm. So these are my favorite size hooks, G and H, to use. So I had to get it in, you know, one of each. Other than that, what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, something that happened like a few months ago that I completely forgot to mention to you guys, which was pretty cool, I thought, was that, you know how I have an Etsy store, and, you know, I'll sell things here and there. It's not like it's a big business or anything. I probably sell something from Etsy like once every 2-3 months, you know, like one item here and there, and it's not like I keep it up that much. I just enjoy, you know, making stuff for friends more, but every once in a while I'll put stuff up to sell. Well, the funny thing is that one of the first hats that I made was like a little, it was a white hat with little frills, like scalloped ends, and I put elastic in it so it can stretch, you know, it can fit different size heads. And I put an orange flower on it. And if I have a picture of that, I'll show you. So anyway, I get an email, or a message I should say, through Etsy, where some lady says, "Hi, I'm a personal stylist of Whoopi Goldberg's, and she is doing a photo shoot, and she's doing some documentary apparently on this black comedian from the 60s named Moms Mabley, I believe that's the name, or Mabley. And she tended to wear those hats. That was her thing, this comedian. And so Whoopi Goldberg was doing a photo shoot in which she needed a hat just like that. And the lady was asking me if I had, you know, if I could ship it overnight to her in New York. And I was like, is this a joke? Yeah, because, I mean, when does that happen? And my hats aren't that great, you know. I'm sure there are way better hats out there. So, you know, I was like, okay, thank you for your interest, you know, like that. And she's like, no, I really need it overnight. Can you tell me how much it would be? Here's the address it needs to be shipped to. And so, of course, I had to Google all that because I'm like, is this for real? I looked up her name and everything. And sure enough, you know, this is a legit person, and this is for an actual photo shoot. So I was like, wow, Whoopi Goldberg's gonna wear this hat? That's funny. And she asked, do you have any more in different colors? And of course I didn't, because I don't make enough things, you know, and not too many of the same things. So I told her, no, I'm sorry, I only have this white hat with the orange flower. And she said, well, that's okay, maybe if we decide to use it for the photo shoot, then we can Photoshop the color of the hat and we can change it to whatever color we want. And I said, okay, that would be great. So I sent it overnight, and she was very nice, the lady, and paid everything. And she said, well, thank you very much. If Whoopi Goldberg ends up using it for the photo shoot, I will let you know and I'll send you a picture. So it's been a couple months now and I haven't received a picture, and I've been looking it up, but maybe they didn't use it for the shoot. But hey, it was pretty cool anyway, right? It was, bugs. It was pretty neat that I got that kind of response, and I don't know, I thought it was cool. I said maybe Whoopi Goldberg tried it on or even had it on her head. Who knows? You know, it's pretty neat. A celebrity. So anyway, that was my little story there. Other than that, I think I should wrap this up because it's gonna start getting dark, and the mosquitoes here love me, and I'm just like bait for them. Just they're ready to come attack me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this scenery. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do this a whole lot, being that, I don't know, we'll just see. If you guys want me to, I'll try to do more videos outside, and if not, I'll be back in the living room. Oh my god. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!